Here's the snapback. Here's the kick. He's got the leg into it. If it is good, and it is! Austin Starr, a 49-yard field goal, and Indiana leads 27-24.
Oh, it's an end around one to throw. Page looking at the quarterback, and it's a touchdown! Page finds Leno!
Penix rolling out of the pocket to his strong hand. Delivers deep down the field. Caught, touchdown! Fried Fogel again.
Who's next to commit to the Indiana Hoosiers? You'll find out next on the LEO podcast. I'm your host, Michael Bragg. You can find me on Twitter at Braggley. I'm here with my co-host, Brandon. You can find him on Twitter at Brandon Dubich. That's Brandon spelled traditionally. Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H. What's up, Brando?
So I just want to go on the record. My fantasy football name is Nostra Dubich because I'm normally really good at predicting things.
Yeah.
So, just kudos to me and you for just absolutely crushing predictions.
Yes.
Like
mine was
flawless.
like better than yours, but that's fine. You got two, I guess. Right?
Yeah. No, I got Carter Smith and, I didn't get Mons.
No. But
So.
did he commit?
No, I didn't get him.
No, but you did call Josh Hoover.
Hoover. I did call Hoover.
Did
Yeah.
call that too. So, yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about it. We had 3 commitments over the week. So, let's start with the one that I predicted. Trayvell Mullen, Tywone Mullen's brother, committed while on his, I think the day after his visit, if I'm not mistaken, the 20th. No, it was on his visit.
He was on his way home, just like you laid out
Yes.
2 weeks ago, how it
That's what I said.
normally happens. This played out exactly how you laid out the situation 2 weeks ago and what you said last week. So
That's right. So the 4-star cornerback is coming to IU, class of 2022, 22nd ranked overall corner in the country, a top 200 recruit. And obviously, as I said, brothers of Tywone and Trayvon being on the Raiders. So
the third highest rated
yes,
recruit
that was
ever.
the other thing I was going to get to
Sorry.
as well. No, you're good. You're good. So you predicted Josh Hoover was going to commit when he was on his unofficial, and what did he do?
He committed. Again,
Yesterday.
they just wanted to see him throw. They liked his tape. They liked everything about him. But again, I think if you're only going to take one quarterback in a class, you kind of got to knock it out of the park, right? So they wanted to see him in person since, they weren't able to see him at any camps. And I didn't really hear any feedback about how it went, but it could have went poorly if they accepted his commitment, because it is a two-way street. For those that don't know, teams offer all the time, and not every offer is committable.
Yeah.
So it is a two-way street there in college football. So they liked what they saw. Hoover liked what he saw, and we got our third highest rated quarterback commit ever.
There you go. And yeah, a 6-footer out of Texas at quarterback.
I'm not saying he's the next Drew Brees, but people are saying he's the next Drew Brees. I'm not saying it. I would never go on this, to ever call a 17-year-old kid a Hall of Famer. I wouldn't do that. But there are people that are doing that.
But if he does turn out to be that good, I hope, this one wins the Rose Bowl that he goes to. So the other commitment that we got is the offensive tackle just committed about 7 hours ago. Carter Smith out of Powell, Ohio, which is
Olatani.
Oh yeah, that's his high school. I was like, which is what? I think it's that suburb we talked about. Guest is right outside of Columbus. 64th ranked offensive tackle in the country. Nothing crazy, but it's just hard to judge offensive tackles and linemen coming out of high school or really rank them high.
I mean, getting Josh Sales last year and him this year, I mean, that's stacking tackle classes, right? Like, you're not going to get, 2 starting tackles in every class. Like you said, the offensive line is just kind of a crapshoot, but if you can get 1 or 2 good offensive linemen per cycle, you're really building a really solid offensive line. And if you look at the recruits over the past 2 or 3 cycles, including this one, the offensive line is starting to be impressive. At shut up.
The mute button. The mute button.
The producer doesn't know the mute button. This is unbelievable. This is incredibly professional, and only would you get that out of a Purdue education. But back to the offensive line. This is huge. I said it was the most important recruit when he was visiting 2 weeks ago, and here we flippin' go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so Brandon's very excited, obviously, and we know everything. So I don't know why you would listen to any other podcast. I don't even know if. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that. We're friends with everybody. Everybody love everybody.
This is Elliot.
Everybody love everybody, and Elio love each other. So yeah, we just know everything. So we'll tell you who's going to commit this week coming up here now. So let's talk about the commitments that are in town. There's actually one in town today. Odd time to come in, but you got to do what you got to do. And that is Jalen Lucas, a running back out of Houma, Louisiana. I don't know. It was a stretch on that one. He's listed as an athlete. He's probably the low. And again, the rankings thing is what it is. Probably the lowest ranked recruit that we've offered. Yeah. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, Houma's from New Orleans, right? A little bit out, about an hour and a half out of New Orleans.
Yeah.
But he's down there, and, if you're pulling people from the South, their rankings, we've said it, a Indiana 4-star is a Florida 3-star, kind of similar in, Alabama and Louisiana and Texas. So I've heard this guy as a gadget guy. He's not going to just play running back. He's not going to play wide receiver. He's a returner. He's a little bit of everything, kind of built out of the Reese Taylor, David Ellis kind of mold, if you will.
Yeah, you can only hope so. His brother's a running back at Florida State, track and field kid. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Next person, it's as far as what we're doing, again, we'll go over the format real quick. Just jumped right in. He's listed. He's also a running back, athlete, like whatever, like kind of how you broke it down. So we'll start on the offense, work our way to the defense. There's only 3 offensive prospects coming in this week. The next one is a current Arkansas commit, running back James Jointer, 6 foot 205 out of Little Rock, Arkansas, the 48th ranked overall, running back by composite. Visiting this week, he's visiting on the 25th. Dylan McCullough is the recruiting coach on this one, so that means there must be something pretty good about this kid. Do you have any sort of background on him?
No, I mean, the Arkansas message boards went nuts when this kid said he was visiting. This was a last-minute visit. Basically, this is how I'm imagining it went down. DMC flashed the ring and said, "How about you come see us?" And he goes, "Abso-fucking-lutely." Because again, it was a late offer. He's already committed. Like he said, he committed 3.5 months ago. So, who DMC wants, DMC goes and gets.
That's right.
So again, I mean, he's ranked pretty well. So it's not like, this guy's coming out of left field. He's a fairly highly ranked guy who's already committed. But yeah, I mean, there's everything to like about this guy.
Yep. Another player with everything to like about him, the lone wide receiver coming on the trip this weekend, is Greg Gaines. He's been a target for IU for a long time. 4-star wide receiver out of Tampa, Florida, Tampa Bay Tech, which is IU South. Number 48 overall ranked wide receiver in the country. 6'2", 185. So good build. Tampa Bay Tech High School is the same as Mike Penix and Jonathan King.
I was going to say that should ring a bell. That should definitely ring a bell to people.
Iowa State slightly in the lead, maybe on this one, but IU is his final scheduled visit of the 4. He's gone to Kansas State and Maryland as well. Maryland has like 27 wide receivers, so I don't know where their shot is on that one, but we'll see. Really excited about this kid. Hopefully we can snatch him.
He was there was I don't know if it was Instagram or TikTok, but like literally 2 weeks ago, he was playing pitch and catch with Michael Penix.
Well, there you go. Best friends, best buds.
There's going to be a section of this show that we cover later, but that's a little bit of a teaser.
Yes, a little bit. So moving to the other side of the ball and coming a little closer to home. Joe Strickland, defensive end or defensive lineman. He kind of plays all over the line. He's trending towards being an interior defensive lineman at this point, if he can add a little bit more weight. 6'4", 250 at Brebeuf High School in Indianapolis. Penn State seems to be the leader on this one. Again, IU final scheduled visit for him. As I said, he's not a finished product at defensive end, but nice. He's got a good little burst off the edge if he needs it. Good with his hands. Big kid. Kind of a high floor kid. So anything else to add on Joe while we're here?
The biggest news here is he didn't commit 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, when he was at Penn State.
I actually a little bit I read he may not be a take, so this may come down to an IU Purdue thing.
Oh, I thought you meant for us. I was like,
No, he's definitely a take for us. He might not be a take for Penn State. At least that's kind of what the Penn State boards are saying. They might just be mad he didn't commit. With fans, it could go either way. But I ultimately do think this kind of comes down to an IU Purdue thing. So we'll see how that plays out. But I like this kid a lot. He's kind of the project you want. He's got position versatility. And again, he's the highest ranked recruit we have coming in this week. He's a top talent.
Yes. Speaking of top talent, and I will get a little bit more in depth on this next recruit a little bit later on, but another defensive lineman coming in, defensive end Mario Eugenio from Clearwater, Florida, 6'3", 240 edge rusher, 14th ranked edge rusher in the country. Michigan's got a little bit of a lead here. We are kind of late to the party, I want to say, on this one, but again, last scheduled official visit for him. Some big time offers. Michigan, Oregon, I mean, if you want to call Iowa State, whatever. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but top performer at the Under Armour All-American camp in Miami this year. Kid is, as we'll find out a little bit later, I'll get into some stats later in the pod for him.
Dude's a monster.
Very beast.
And he's announcing soon. He's announcing in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So this isn't one that's going to drag out to the fall or even close to signing day.
Yeah, got to make a big impression, I think, to get over. Michigan is not Michigan, like what Michigan used to be. So I'm not that scared about Michigan, but
Harbaugh is doing what he's wearing out his welcome. It's kind of what he does, right?
And
like
his Lululemon pants
and his Lululemon pants. Yeah, absolutely. I got a quick question. Have you ever been to Clearwater, Florida?
It's near Tampa, right? St. Pete, Tampa,
it is.
Clearwater.
It's a northern suburb. I have family that lives there. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's amazing. I like Clearwater quite a bit.
Me too. I prefer that over dirty water. The next person up is
speaking
Currents.
of Michigan. Ooh, ouch.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see where you're. Moving on. At Brandon Dubich. Brandon spelled traditionally Dubich. Moving on. The first linebacker in the group, Caden Turner, current IU commit from Fayetteville, Arkansas. I think he's our oldest commit, and by that I mean like committed first. I think we dropped one at some point in the 2022 class, but we don't need to talk about that person, or I don't even remember what his name is. 6'2", 118 out of Fayetteville, Arkansas.
He was from the region. I think we lost him to Penn State. He was a defensive end.
That sounds right. I remember who that was. Yeah. The Chicago kids. This kid is, when he committed, you kind of said it, McFadden 2.0. You still feel that way, or do you feel that way about the kid we just got?
I mean, we clearly have a type, this girl, she has a type. IU, we now have a type. It's Micah McFadden. Whether it's this kid or Isaiah Jones. It's amazing. The run of linebackers that Michigan State had that kind of anchored that defense when they were going on their runs. That's what I think we're kind of building with our linebackers. It seemed like, Michigan State had one or two, all Big Ten linebackers, and that really seems to be the pipeline we're building here. It's very impressive.
Yeah, so the message boards are going a little nuts on him, saying that he may be scheduling some other official visits.
Of course, it's free.
I don't see anything scheduled of his offers or interested. I mean, I guess I'd visit Nebraska just to see the stadium, maybe. Coastal Carolina,
he's got a bunch of friends at Arkansas. I bet he goes and visits Arkansas.
Well, I mean, go whenever you want. He lives there, so
sweet.
Oh God, awful. Another linebacker coming in, Micah Pollard out of Jacksonville, Florida, our least favorite city in Florida. 6'3", 200-pound linebacker. He's the 57th ranked overall linebacker in the country by composite. Michigan leading here as well, but just a slight lead. Even with his quote unquote low ranking, Auburn, Indiana, Michigan, those are his top 3 schools. And again,
pretty good.
Yeah. Again, IU final official scheduled visit. So
I couldn't find anything. He's got to be a take, right? But I mean,
you would assume
he's a true linebacker. IU only plays 2 linebackers. There's no way they take 3 in a class. So a little confused that this official is even happening. How do you have any idea about how this would play out? Because we're not saying no to him. He's actually the highest rated. Not that ratings are the be all end all. But yeah, I'm kind of confused. Like with Isaiah Jones committing, and Caden Turner in the fold. You know, if I was Micah, does he just want to see Indiana? I'm kind of confused on both sides here.
I think maybe they take 3 linebackers, right?
Yeah, and figure it out later. Let the numbers play out itself.
Because you're going to lose Cam Jones, you're going to lose Micah McFadden, you're going to lose James Miller.
Yeah.
So you've got to have something there. So I think it's 3. I haven't seen the numbers on what like Matt Weaver or anybody thinks we're taking per position, but I would think 3 is the cap.
Yeah.
No cap.
I see what you did. I see what you did, Millennial.
There we go.
You will not lie. You will not lie.
No, it's something. I don't know if I used it right, but I tried. Speaking of trying, maybe. No, I don't know what I was doing there. The next one on the list, the cornerback, Jalen Lewis, another Jalen visiting, 2 Jalen's. 3-star cornerback out of Brownsville, Tennessee, Auburn, and Arkansas. A little bit of competition there. Michigan State's trying something. I don't know. Oklahoma's coming in there a little bit.
Can't wait till Michigan State sucks for a long time. It's going to be very enjoyable.
It's here. it's here. So again, top 600 kid, top 550, depending on wherever you look. Arkansas, Auburn, Indiana, Michigan State. Those are his official visits. Again, we are his last official visit scheduled as of now. I think that holds an advantage. I keep saying that because I think that holds an advantage being the last official visit. You get that last little
impression.
Yes, that will stick in his mind. And so hopefully that can do a little bit of something.
Not to pull a Talladega Nights. We either want to be first or last, right? You either want to have the first impression that you judge it against, or you want the last impression towards what you're gonna.
Okay, that's never made any sense to me until right now. That's it. That's what he meant was official visits. That's why when Reese Bobby was so high, that's what he was talking about, was official visits to colleges, not racing. So moving on, the other defensive back in the very last official visit as of now is Anthony Tony Brown.
Our only safety recruit.
That's right. 6'1.5", 192 pounds, out of Milan, Tennessee. Another Tennessee kid. 41st overall ranked athlete. Again, a top 500 kid. Arkansas hanging in there again as the leader as of now. 3 official visits scheduled. We are the last one again. Memphis and Arkansas were the other 2. Like our chances against Memphis all day, every day.
Despite it being probably the local school.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know a whole lot about him. Not a big scouting report. I think he visited Tennessee as well. whether it was an official or an unofficial. Looks
So-
like an unofficial to Tennessee and an unofficial to Illinois. So
And we just saw with Hoover that unofficials, don't not matter. So, last time Seth was on, we talked about schools we're competing against. I hadn't seen Arkansas in any of them. There's been 5 people visiting that are associated with Arkansas. It's like Arkansas week this week. It's kind of funny thing that I didn't notice until now. But
until I said Arkansas like 17 times. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So my only note there is, again, we took safeties in last class, and it's not a position that we have a lot of depth with. So I think this is a low key important recruitment here, just because you guys have stuck with us through this whole recruiting series. We haven't brought up a lot of safeties. In fact, again, this is the third time I'm saying it's our only one. So I feel pretty confident in the schools that we're going against, but like you said, Bragg, there's not much info, not much tape on this guy. So, in Allen, we trust there.
Yes. And that's it for the official visits of this week. No special teams players again, which I know will bum Brandon out every time I say that. And speaking of bumming people out, here is the promotion for this podcast. And it's brought to you by Monon Track Club. Monon Track Club is Indiana's running brand, built on a deep love for the sport in the Hoosier State. They craft products, tell stories, and create experiences that aim to celebrate, support, and add to Indiana's running culture. Check out the link in the show notes to shop MTC and support an IU alum-owned balls. Just check it out. As a thank you to our listeners, MTC is offering 10% off their purchase with promo code LEO10. That's LEO10, LEO. The number is 10. Check them out. Support an IU-owned small business. Buy some swag. 4th of July coming up. They don't have any 4th of July stuff, but, in case you want to buy somebody a shirt or something for the Independence Day, just do it. Check it out. All right, man, let's move on to everybody's favorite part.
No. Before we get into this.
Oh my goodness.
I want to talk to Jacoby Spells real quick.
Yeah, let's talk about him because he's going. I also said he's going to commit, and I think he's going to do it, dude.
I do, which makes our other corner positions so insane, because when we just talked Jalen Lucas, top 600. We talked about the other kid a few weeks ago that were both people that you are both a guy that you and I are very, very high on. The corners that we have coming in are just absolutely crazy. But yeah, I mean, with McCullough and Mullen kind of going all in on Jacoby Spells, I don't know how we can go against them. I feel extremely confident with Jacoby Spells, which is just crazy. The talent influx coming in. I mean, our top 2 out of our top 3 all-time recruits aren't even on campus yet, and we're about to be a top 10 team. I mean, the momentum Indiana has right now is mind-boggling.
Yeah, he did just post, I think, today. I think I was just flipping through Instagram or something. On his story, he posted his picture from the official visit today, and we're a solid 5-6 days out from when he was in town. So,
but he was messing around. I think it was on Instagram. He was like, "I'll commit if you get me to 3,000."
Yeah, get to the listeners. After he sent that, 1,000 some odd people unfollowed him. Yeah. Like, get out of here, clown. All right. So now let's move on to Brando's Randos.
Awesome. We are going to keep up the kind of recruiting theme here. So every visit goes well. There's no such thing as a bad visit. But I want to hear from you and producer Seth. What could happen on a visit to make you not want to go to a school? Like, what would have to be the situation where you'd be like, fuck this, no way I'm coming here?
If your player host is like Rodrigo Blankenship or something, and you guys just played Legos in his dorm room the entire time, like, I'd be like, no, I'm out. Or if you were visiting Purdue and you saw a female student walking around, something like that. Like that's what would ruin my official visit.
A little comment on that. IU basketball hosted 2 pretty highly rated recruits, and they paraded them around some of the pools. And I thought that was such a genius move.
Good move. As long as they didn't take them down Kirkwood, they would be okay.
Both recruits commented at the Evolve pool. So it's a strategy. That's all I'm saying. It's a strategy.
That's what's going to ruin your official visit.
Bad food.
Bad food?
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. So if they took you anywhere that wasn't like an American-based food place?
Yeah, like best chicken tenders in town. Bring them out. Put it. Yeah.
Who's got the best deal on kids' meals around here? Let me get one of those chicken finger and fries, please. This guy, I don't know if it's been said on the pod. I'm pretty sure this dude ordered like 2 chicken tender and fries at my wedding. Is that right? Did you order 2 kids' meals at my wedding instead of going up to the buffet, or did you make 2 trips to the buffet?
No, I had the buffet, but I think I also ended up eating Buck's kids meal too. So I think that's right. where the story gets blended.
That's it. All right.
When the girl ate shit on the dance floor at your wedding was one of the funniest things that I've ever seen at a wedding.
Yeah, we don't need to say her name in case in case an employer's watching or anything, or when she stabbed an entire steak with a fork. That's how she, and then picked it up and ate it. Like that, like
there were beverages had. There were beverages,
and then spilled on all over her dress and the dance floor, and yeah, my wedding was a blasty blast.
That it was.
Yes.
That it was. All right, I got one more. I got one more Brando's Rando, since this is the last time we're going to be covering, official visits, and we'll obviously be covering recruiting a little bit more. But it got me thinking. We've all played the NCAA football teams. Do you have a team that you remember the most, that like you have one team that you immediately go to? It was like, I won 16 straight national championships, or, my quarterback threw for 70 touchdowns or something like that in a season. Do you have any specific NCAA video game memories?
Would it have been 2005, Texas 2005 with Vince Young?
Yeah.
2004 is when they won the national championship. Or no, that was 2005, wasn't it? Or 6. I don't know. Whatever one he's on the cover, I'll look it up. That one is the one that like really sticks out, because other than that, I just play with IU.
Right.
So, let me see here.
So that was on PlayStation 2 then, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that one. That one had Desmond Howard on the front. 2005 had Larry Fitzgerald on the front. 2000, or no, that was 2000 that had Larry Fitzgerald. 2005. No, that's 2005. I don't know where Vince Young was. NCAA football game, Vince Young.
So while you're looking that up, I remember this was probably sophomore summer, stayed in Bloomington, and we were just so bored and played all the other video games. So this was 2007, 2008. We imported Cornell and like turned Cornell into like a football powerhouse. They were like a 56 overall. And then by the end, we had won like a bazillion national championships in a row. So I hope the new game allows you to import teams, because that was super fun to turn, a nobody into a somebody, which is, I'd either do 2 things. I'd either do that or play with IU. It was like either or, most times both. Seth, you got an NCAA memory?
I don't really play with Purdue or Oregon because of the uniforms, but I also like to play with the ones that have the helmet stickers. So I would sometimes I'd hold my nose and play as Ohio State just to get Buckeye matches, or Stanford, so I could get like the little.
You could have been Clemson. You could have been Clemson and wore the purple jerseys that they never wear.
They're gone on 2K14 for the helmet stickers. They disappeared that year.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like Georgia has them, Louisiana Lafayette has them.
Oh my God, the Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, so I'm a Raging Cajuns a lot too.
Cool.
I can't wait for that game to come back.
Raging Cajuns, the team that beat Iowa State at Iowa State, but yet they stayed ranked ahead of Indiana last year. Just so you knew that.
EA Sports, take my $60 now.
I don't care how much it is. Like, I'm buying it. Regardless.
Yep.
So, sweet. That's all I got for Brando's Randos today.
Do you know who sang the national anthem at the 2006 Rose Bowl?
Why would I ever know that?
Leanne Rimes. Yeah.
I mean, I would have guessed Shania Twain.
I was just
but
looking
I wouldn't
up
have been
to
far
see.
off.
Yeah, it would have been pretty close. I was looking up to see what. So it would have been the 2006 NCAA football game. I
had every single one.
Yeah. I remember the 07 one with Reggie Bush on the front. And then 03, I think that was when I was really introduced to it. That was Joey Harrington, I think, on the front of it.
Oh, what a bust.
Oregon.
Well, I guess if you're going to Detroit, kind of sucks for you.
You're always a bust, except for Megatron and Barry Sanders. And yeah, I could keep going. Most exciting player from the bunch. Please tell me you have somebody different than me.
I didn't actually look this time.
Oh, no. I did some crazy research on this kid.
Yeah, so then we're probably not going to have the same. I'm going to go again with, I don't think it's a boring one. It's one of the highest rated recruits, but our defensive line has to improve. That was the worst position group. So I'm going to go Joe Strickland because, again, it's in-state. I think it's going to be an in-state recruiting battle, and it's in a huge position of need. So I'm going to go Joe Strickland with the one that I'm most exciting, the player I want the most. I've kind of merged that into two into this section of the podcast. But yeah, I'm going interior defensive lineman Joe Strickland as the most exciting player from the bunch.
I'm going outside defensive lineman. Most exciting player. Get ready for this. Mario Eugenio. NFL potential. Quick off the edge. We need depth at defensive end. Get ready for this. 2020 stats as a junior. 17 sacks, 2 interceptions, 5 passes defended, 3 fumble recoveries, and 4 defensive touchdowns.
I feel like you were doing the 12 days of Christmas. Like,
yes.
7 interceptions, 6 forced fumbles, 5 fumbles recovered.
I didn't believe that he had 4 defensive touchdowns because I was watching his highlight tape and he did it the right way. He was like, here's a sack, 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 and then all of his touchdowns in a row. Like touchdown, 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 touchdown.
And then?
Yes. This kid, did you not? I don't think you understood. 17 sacks, 2 this is defensive end, 2 interceptions, 4 touchdowns as a defensive end as a junior at Tampa Bay Tech too. So it's not playing at some like small school. So prediction. You did your prediction already?
No, I did not give my prediction yet.
What's your prediction? Because this is going to come true. Everybody write this down.
Right. Absolutely. James Jointer can't say no to DMC. There's a reason he scheduled this last second. Good. That's we don't have a running back yet in this class. We don't have a lot that we're targeting. And I think we flip him from Arkansas. And I think it happens fairly quick after the visit.
Oh man.
Because this kid's clearly not afraid to commit early. He committed all the way back in early March. So, he's one that, hey, if he feels like he wants to commit, he's going to commit. So I say we lock up our running back commit of the class here next week.
Those Pig Sueys are about to be real mad, bro.
Aiden Turner and then James Jointer. Suck it, Arkansas.
Ooh, god damn it. Now I have to tag him. I'm going Greg Gaines commits.
Yep.
This weekend. First, would he be the first wide receiver in the class?
Omar hasn't yet.
Omar hasn't. I thought for sure he was going to. That was my.
So when Coach Wright tweeted out, another offensive player coming, everyone on the internet just assumed it was going to be Omar Cooper, and then it ended up being Carter Smith instead. I think we still get Omar, and I think Greg Gaines is a layup, bro. I just mentioned it 20 minutes ago. He was literally playing catch with Michael Penix. You're not going to not go play college football with this guy, if you have that kind of relationship. So could you imagine Greg Gaines and Omar Cooper in the same class? Like that is just stupid.
I just did. It was real stupid. So yeah, that's my prediction. That's what's going to happen. And next week we start a new series, right? A new series you came up with live on the pod.
I did.
And I think we're going to start introducing some guests as well. We are going to break down upcoming opponents over the next. How many games do we play like a regular? Was it 12 weeks?
Are we doing non-conference all in one and then jumping to Big
How many
10?
weeks do we have until the season starts? Do we have 12 weeks or do we have 9 weeks?
I think we only have 9 weeks.
Oh my God. So exciting.
I know, right?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. You guys will find out. Either way, it starts with Iowa next week. Conference or non-conference, it doesn't matter. So be sure to check out the pod on Facebook and Twitter. That's facebook.com/podcastleo and on Twitter @podcastleo. Also, don't subscribe, follow, download, rate, and review. And then rate and review and then unfollow and refollow again. Follow us on Twitter. We're like pretty good at retweeting other people's stuff. So it's pretty fun to follow that.
Get your information right away.
Yeah.
Don't worry about, searching hashtags or finding where it's at or going to message boards. Just go to the LEO.
And we'll probably follow you back too. That's pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely. We'll sell out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No question.
So follow us @podcastleo, @Bragley, BRAGGLEY, and @Brandon Dubich, Brandon spelled traditionally DUBICH. That's going to do it for this week, and we will be back next week.
Just remember, everybody, I didn't say we're getting the next Drew Brees. People are saying we're getting the next Drew Brees. LEO.
LEO. Awesome day. LEO. Thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate that. LEO. All right, great. LEO. Appreciate you guys. LEO. You're welcome, Dave. Have a great day. LEO. Have a great day. LEO. Appreciate you being here with us. Have an awesome day. And LEO. Oh, thank you so much. LEO. Well, thanks so much. LEO. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate that. LEO. Appreciate you guys, man. Have an awesome day. LEO. Awesome. LEO. LEO.